Oh my God, I started with no Discord. All right. Ooh, net crack. Oh my God. The net crack. The net crack. The net crack. All right. So what we're doing today, first let's post this on the interwebs. Oh, you did? What's up? What's up, Christian 00612? And what's up, Roja? You at work, Roja? How's work? If you're at work. Come on. And then I have to add hashtags. What's up? Gotta love it. Gotta love the corporate life, man. The corporate life, the paycheck. Oh yeah, let me post on socials. Post on the socials, post on the socials, because we gotta post on the socials. Yeah. Cause you've been too strong for too long, and I can't be without you, baby. And I've been waiting up until you get home. Cause I can't be without you, baby. Did you eat breakfast? No, I didn't eat breakfast. I got some coffee though. I'm not hungry. I ate before I went to sleep last night. My appetite has been different. I've been stressing a little bit less. Let's learn React together again, right? Yep, yep. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do today. We gonna learn React because React is reactive. I hope that brought joy to you. What I just said to you. Did it bring joy to your life? Come on, come on. Learning context API in React. I have to take some time every day and start using hashtags, right? What were the other hashtags I needed to use? I wrote them down because I'm a hashtagger. I use hashtags. That's what I do. That's what I do. I use hashtags. I use hashtags. I use hashtags. Yay. Okay. I think that's enough for me right now. Actually, no. Let me do something else. One more thing. One more. One more. One more. One more. We have an app, the Nextdoor app. I post my live streams on the Nextdoor app. If I was smart, which sometimes well, most of the time I'm not, I would automate this. I would find a way to automate this. This would be the perfect use for AI, actually. Um, just saying that made me tired. Come on, baby. I'm gonna put, come on, learning context API in React. Boop, boop. Don't we just love a good context API? All right, that is done. That is, I have officially put everything on the internets. Okay. Should I still use the hashtag 100 days of code if I'm past 100 days? What percentage of the population actually makes it past 100 days of consecutive coding in a row in the 100 days challenge? I don't know. All right, so what were we doing? First, let's go to analysis. All right, so we have a total of 55 hours. 20, so I think 20 hours a week, right? It's not too bad. 3 times 7, 21. Yeah, 20 hours a week ain't bad, in my opinion. So we doing just about that. So when I hit, oh, so I'm kind of ahead on something. I'm kind of ahead of 20 hours a week. All right. Current streak 18 days. Fight me. Friends, requests. Nobody wants to be my friend on Kairu. Y'all don't want to join Kairu. Y'all don't want to be my friend. All right. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I said I was gonna start these streams. I said I was gonna start these streams out a little differently. So why don't we recap what we were doing yesterday? So yesterday, first stream was had to go handle family stuff. Second stream got some work done, trying to learn the context API and wrap my mind around all that. I think it's very importante. Importante. And we are going along making a little shopping cart thing. Uh, so what I'm doing, where we left off, is we're learning the context API. And specifically, I guess it's called a provider pattern, which is that like an observer pattern? Like there's different coding patterns or something. Either way, the way I think of it is that there's one, like when I used to code in Unity, there would be one main like game object that would kind of handle all the communication between the other game objects. You know, stuff like that, like an intermediary. And so that's how I'm thinking about this. This is the shopping observer. So when this updates, it needs to communicate with something central. So it communicates with this. And this, the nav bar and the shopping cart need information from this. So this provides information to the shopping info observer, and this gathers information from the shopping info observer, right? So what I did was I created the context, which is the box, right? This is the box. This is how we make the box. Yesterday I made a mistake and I used use context. Also, while we're doing this, let's go over some of the mistakes I made yesterday. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Here are the mistakes I made yesterday. All right. So we create the context, which is the box, and now we're going to create a function. And before I went to sleep last night, I was thinking that the way I'm thinking of functions in React is different than the way because I'm thinking of them as like these concrete HTML, JavaScript element things, and that's not kind of what they are. I think I'm thinking of them incorrectly. So anyway, so I decided that what are some of the things that these components need. This one needs to know how many items, the navbar needs to know how many items are in the cart, right? And this needs to know, like, it needs to know about all the items that are currently in the list, their prices, the amount of them. Well, at least the observer needs to know that. This one needs to know the totals. All this one needs to know is the totals, really. This one needs to know the count. All right. So I decided that I was gonna make a state called the item list because we need an item list, and we need to set the item list, and we're gonna set it to an empty array. Then I went out to create a function, and I said that in that function we're going to try to find the name of the item, right? When we increase, we need to set a new item, right? Or when we decrease. So then we need to okay, so we do item list dot find item dot name equal name. So if the name equals the name that's placed in set item, because this is going to be one of the functions that's passed to that's going to be available to the navbar. And actually, hold on, let me think about this. Because we have an item list, right? And if we just need, okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Hold on, no. This is the total count. So we would need something for the total. I'm gonna think about that. All right. So anyway, so then I said, okay, item list I find, if we can find the name of the, like, say if we want to increment or decrement, mind you, I made this so that it can only go up to 10 and it can't go below 0, right? My Twitter account is at Kristen Codes. Okay. At Kristen Codes. I'm gonna heart this. I should heart all my stuff. Somebody gotta do it. Alright. Alright. So let's go through this. So we find this, and then if the name is there, then we update the item. If the name is not there, then we add the item. Let me think. I feel like that's incorrect. No, this is right. Because something is wrong in here. Something is wrong. Because let's say we're decrementing the item. Yeah, something is wrong in here. Because let me think. Actually, let me start the clock. What the hell? Get me out of here. Because my thought is that if maybe I should do it differently. Because if I subtract, then I want to remove the item. Yeah, I think there's a different way I could do this. All right. So function remove item, or where there's an add item, I should call this increment item. And then oh, I'm glad yesterday's stream was great. I'm glad you liked it. Let me think. What's up, Ollie? It's going good. How's yours? Oh, nice. So the thing about setting state that I've learned is that when you set state, you can't automatically go over here and then update that thing, right? Because React schedules it. So every time we so thank you, Aziz. Thing is, the thing is, once we set React schedules it, so I couldn't come down here and say, "Oh, I know what I would have to do." All right, all right. What's up, Jason? All right. So when we remove an item, or we don't know if we're removing it or not, but we know that we're subtracting one. So we decrement item, we get the const updated item list equal item list dot map. So first we're gonna map and see if the item is up in there. We're gonna subtract one, right? And then we're gonna filter through this list, this array, whatever, through item list. We're gonna filter and then remove any um, Actually, any item that's greater than 0 will stay in the list, and everything else will be removed. And then we'll set the updated list like that. Alright. So that's decrement item. We don't need to do that on increment item. Hold on, let me blow my nose. God. Please don't let this be a stream where I have a whole bunch of nose problems. Alright, I feel much better now. Oh my God. I just need my whole desk. Alright. Set item list, updated item list. Return cart info provider. Use card. Alright. So we pass it the item list, the decrement item, and so we don't really need to pass it the item list, but we do need to create a function called item count. Okay, I think I'm starting to understand how this is going to work. All right. So it doesn't need access to the item list. It just needs a function that'll probably tell it how many items are, how many, the count. So I think what I can do is I can say const current count equals item list dot for each item. No, we can do a reducer. Item list dot reduce, right? Dang, I haven't used reduced in a while. I think reduce takes one. It takes the accumulator, and then it takes the next one, and then we start at 0, and then it does something like that. Let me see. Okay, let me look at the docs. Reduce is the one I don't use the most. I rarely use. So we got the accumulator and we got the current value, and then we just do yeah, I don't even need this part. I think I can just do ACC plus next dot count. All right. And then we'll just return current count. So that's how we'll do that. And so now they'll have access to all of that. I think this is a better way of doing it, right? So now we just need to hook it up. So let's start with the, I think I already put it over here. I said import shopping provider, and then I'll put the shopping provider here. The only thing we need now I think each product, is that how I want to do that? I think each product needs access to yeah, because then this yeah. So I need to import use cart. Okay. And then I say const from there I need item count, right? From there I need item count equal use context. Is it use context shopping provider? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, I'm doing that wrong. There we go. Because this is gonna return. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So now on add, when we add, we need to increment item. Can we do that? Yeah. So if the count equals 0, then we just nah, I'm doing that wrong because this needs more information. Name, description, price, image. There were things, name, total count. So I need to pass this the name, the total, which is I probably need to put that in the state. Let's rethink this. So we got count, we got set count, then we need total. Const total set total equal use state, and we'll just set it to 0. And so number 1, you said go. Number 1, let me look at the live chat. When this thing first starts up, we want instead this will be total. And we want to think about this. Let's think about this. Okay, so what's going on? Are you messing up? Oh, because that. That. Why are you? Why are you mad? Hold on, I don't understand. I named these horribly. All right, yeah. It's not an array, it's an object. All right. So okay, yeah, yeah. So const set so const total set total equal use state price times count, right? And then so we got the total and we need to pass the total. So the things we need to pass are name, total, and count. So we need the total. I'm always having a problem with this. So how would I do this? Because I can't update state in a certain way. So after I update set count, it doesn't automatically schedule, and I can't use effect to do it. So I would need to, oh, the total is going to be down here. So I would need to set it in the function. So we got the current count, and then we're gonna say const current total equal that current count times the price, and then we're going to set the count, the current count, and set the total to current total. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's how people would do it, but that's how I'm gonna do it. So, and then yeah, current total. Hold on, it's name. What was the order? Name, total, count. Name, name total count. Yeah. Name. All right, that's how we're gonna do that. And then on subtract, because you know what? This would be because I'm doing all of these at the same time each time. Let me see. Which one? What's up, Doc? And then nah, I'm gonna just leave it like this. I don't need to abstract it further. um, and then so we got so let's just go ahead and why did I put on subtract? Okay, yeah. So on subtract on add. What happens if I click this? Yeah. So what I want is I was just saying 60 something. Shut up. Hey. Say hello. Say hello. That's a command? There's a command for that? Alright. Okay. It's increasing incorrectly. There's supposed to be only 7. An empty array. Now the array has headphones. Now the array has this and that. Now if I increment, okay, so okay. All right. Okay, yeah, that's the problem. All right. Hmm. All right. Let's figure this out. Hmm. Let me think. And then uh, it's going good. How was your meeting? So if we find that item, then we do this. I should make an else. Putting booty aside. Okay, let me think. So we increment the item. If the item is there, then we do this. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I wonder. Something I'm doing is wrong. And I will discover it. That should be 2, not 1. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm missing something. Hmm. Oh, I'm supposed to take a break. I forgot. Break. It's orange. NA. Do people still say that? Like when something is good, they'll be like NA. You know how in competitive games they'll be like best class NA or something like that? North America. You need music recommendations? You know what? I should listen to some music. I post music every time I stream. What was the song I listened to yesterday? It was a song I listened to yesterday. Can I find the history of the songs that I've listened to? History. Corey in the house boss fight? Hold on, what? Hold on. Corey, hold on. What? So there was actually a Corey in the house video game? Is that for real? Was that real? Was there actually a Corey in the house video game? Y'all messing with me, right? I feel like it's changing the way I'm breathing. No. How dare you make me listen to such a thing? You forced my hand. I believe you. You know what? You know what's really good? You ready for this? I'm gonna show you what song is really good for if you like boss music. Hold on, I got you. Yes. Yeah, it is. I don't know if you ever listened to this one, Roja, but it's pretty good. You know, in in Silver and Gold, when you get to the end of the game and you see red. Mm-hmm. Ah, fond memories. Yep. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna go back to listen to what I was listening to. He's like, Exactly, chilling on the mountain. Okay. So what I'm gonna do? Let me save all of this. Let's start. Is this the one where I answered all that stuff in? Yeah, I think this is the one. What's up, Javier? Hmm. Tacos el nachos. What's up, WPK? Okay. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing here. So what I want to do, I just made it. Hold on, in decrement item, I just said, I'm gonna have to close the chat right quick. All right. hate when this happens. What did I do wrong? Oh my God. No. Okay. Let me pause. Let me read. Okay. Turn the chat back on. Let me explain it again. I think this is gonna be the last stream. I'ma explain it. I'm gonna give this is gonna be the last stream where I explain this, and then I'm gonna just start timing out people because I don't think people understand. You don't get to determine what's best for me, for one. Um, but backseat coding is fun. It's like using different minds to solve a problem, which is the spirit of pair programming. I agree, pair programming might be the best thing that can happen to somebody when he gets a little more experience yet, but he's trying to learn through struggle right now, right? In the real world, you'll have one or more coders reviewing your code or be in the same Zoom call and everybody gives input as you type. I'm a dip. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. And I say it on like this is a second. This is I say it all the time. I did not ask for that. If I ask for help, then I'll definitely ask for help. Usually when I ask for help, nobody says anything. People only give me help when I don't ask for it. I'm not concerned with what you think is best. Number one, because the way I'm learning right now, and the way I'm learning right now is the way that works for me, right? Uh, I don't care about your recommendation. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't care about your recommendation. I don't care about your advice. I don't care about what you think is best. Because a recommendation is typically what people think is the right way to go about things. I don't care. Okay? So when I say no backseat coding, I mean no backseat coding at all. All right. I know y'all think y'all helping, but you're not. If I want help, I ask for help. And y'all know I'm no stranger to asking for help. I have no pride in it. If I want help, I ask for help. Okay? So my process is I go through this, I struggle, I seek answers. I already asked AI, hey, even up here, if you look at my prompt, I said, don't give me code, but let me know what's the problem and what I need to consider going forward. Don't give me code, but let me know what's the problem and and guess what people are doing in the comments? They giving me code sometimes, or they making suggestions that I didn't ask for. I don't care if y'all think that this is the wrong approach. I don't care what you feel like is going to happen on the job when I actually get on the job. I don't care, again, what you feel is the best path forward. Because let me be very clear. The majority of people on this planet, okay, have not committed to something and done it for 120 plus days and shared that on the interwebs. That's difficult enough, right? To wake up every day and be that consistent. Okay. And I got here in about how many months has it been? 3 months, right? 3 months of consistent work, 3 months of me taking my time to learn. If I want backseat coding, I will ask for backseat coding. All you're doing is telling me that what you're really telling me is that you understand what I should be doing, but you're not a great teacher, right? I have people I have people in my Discord, like in Discord, like for example, we have an advice section. So this is not me saying that I don't want advice because we have a whole section in here on advice, right? And I have read through all of it. Plenty of us have read through it. People who don't, not just me, but other people have read through the advice. What's up, J Mac? You caught me doing a rant, so I got to rant right quick. I'm ranting because people keep backseat coding, and I'm not asking for it. Um, so yeah, there's an advice section on the Discord where you can give advice, right? And if you want to give advice, you can put it here. There's also resources where we post resources. Okay, so you go to the Discord and you post that right there, and then hey, you can send me a message. Hey, why don't you consider this? I posted some resource. I'm more than welcome to posting a resource. Okay, I'm more than welcome to reading a resource that you post. I'm more than willing to look at well thought out and placed advice. We have some well thought out and placed advice from people who are very knowledgeable. Taylor is extremely knowledgeable. We have all that here, right? So again, number one, I don't give two of the most black ass African American, North American, Western or Eastern hemisphere of a fuck what you think is best for me. I don't care what you feel like is gonna happen on the job because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not on the job. Number three, you ain't doing this shit. I'm doing this shit, right? We are supposed to be walking along in the journey. And as we walk in the journey, when we begin, because if we're friends, we respect each other's boundaries, right? So when I want you to help me, I will say, hey, help me. Okay? I will say, hey, can you help me with this? What do you think about this, right? You know why I turn to AI for this type of thing? Because AI won't just give me one lazy ass line talking about, oh, well, have you learned this or have you learned that? No, AI is gonna break that shit down, right? There's people who break that shit down. Just asking me, do I know the difference between reference and value types is not helping me. Obviously, if I'm saying if I have a state that is an array and I say this particular variable equals that array and I say nothing else, right? And that's it. Obviously, there's some disconnect between my understanding of reference and value types and what I'm putting on the screen. So instead of asking me a dumb ass motherfucking question, why not just post it in the motherfucking resources? So from this day motherfucking forward, if you backseat code and I tell you not to fucking backseat code, I will ban your ass from this channel, period, and I will not give a fuck. Okay? You have not done it. You have not done this. You probably will never do what I'm doing. You're probably not. I do not care. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. There has been plenty of times in my life where I have tried to help people. I have attempted to help people and it's not what they need. You have to ask me what I need in that moment. You know what would have been better is if you said, "Do you need assistance with this?" That gives me the opportunity to make a choice. But when you just give help, you're not giving me a choice. You're saying that you know what I need. That is a fundamental flaw in your character. Okay? That is a problem. And instead of trying to learn, you're like, "Oh, this attitude is setting me off." Of course it's going to set you off because I'm introduced now. I might not know programming as much as you do, but I know what it means to be a human being. And I know what it means to show respect to people. Right? And I know what consent means. What I'm telling you is that if you give people the opportunity to decide whether or not they want your assistance, you will go further. You will go 10 times further. Give people the opportunity to decline your help. Don't just say just don't act like you know what they need, right? Again, we are on day 128. We are on day 128, right? And I have to do this I have to, and this gonna be because this gonna be the last time. And I don't care if it's clipped. I might have to post it on the channel saying no backseat coding. I'm telling y'all right now, if you backseat code, if you backseat code, you are out of here. I did not ask for that shit. So I hope we are all clear, right? We have several videos where I talk about consent. We have several videos where I talk about consent. We have several videos where I talk about effectively helping people and how I learned to effectively help and not to give help when I think they need help, but to ask. Now, of course, that piece of advice is circumstantial. But for the most part, I made it very clear that if I want help, I will ask for it. What I like about AI in this regard, because people have been telling me I need to use AI. What I like about AI in this regard is that when I ask it for help, I literally say, "Hey, don't give me code, but be detailed." It'll be detailed in what the problem is, right? A person is not going to do that, right? So I'm glad that my attitude has effectively turned your ass off, and I really don't give a damn. Uh, hey, Malachi. So, do we have any other questions? Do we have any other questions? Do we have any other piece of backseat coding that we need to give today? Quite frankly, I don't like your attitude. There's literally people. What's up, user JS? I'm telling y'all, because I don't want to have to do this again. Oh, Malachi, I don't want to have to do this again. This will be the last time. This will be the last time. Foot stomp. No backseat coding. Malachi is biblical. No, I didn't check it out yet. Malachi is a biblical name, and I didn't name him. So let me get it out of my system. Do not backseat code. I will hide you from this channel. I think hiding from this channel is YouTube's way of banning you from talking in the channel, from talking in a channel. All right, so It's kind of sad. I liked you. Listen, boy, hold on. Let me read that because I already know what's about to happen. It's kind of sad. I liked you, but ain't about this mentality. I know you're gonna say you don't give a f, but I've seen many juniors think this way, and it's kind of the worst attitude. Okay, let me tell you something. If me laying down the law and a boundary makes you not like me, that's a problem with you. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And let me be clear, you haven't seen a lot of juniors do what I'm doing. So don't lie. It's the worst type of attitude. You don't see, the thing is, you don't know what happens off stream. You don't know what happens in my inbox. You don't know the people that I actually talk to on a daily basis that's giving me programming advice and telling me this and telling me that. Those people who act as mentors in my life. You don't see that. You just come on this stream and you just trying to judge and say, "Oh, I don't care." Again, you right. I don't give a f if you like me or not. I don't care. And it's not kind of sad. It's a mentality that you have to get ahead. It's the mentality that you have to get ahead. So let me go ahead and get you out of here. I don't care about your opinion. All right. Child. Gonna say your like does not pay my bills. I live in the ghetto. You liking me does not pay my bills. I've actually seen him work with many juniors with this mentality, and some of them are seniors now whom even surpass me. I get what Ari was saying, but everyone learns different. Exactly. Like, leave me the hell alone. Like, the thing is like, if I told you that that's not what I want, this is why we have so many problems in the world now. So many people throughout history, people have gone to other countries and have said, you know what, the way that you're living is wrong. I'm going to project my idea of what you should be doing in your life and on your community and then lead you in that direction. Okay? So let me tell you something. No. No means 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 no. No. Hell no. Stop. Get some help. No! If that makes you not like me, then go sit your ass down somewhere. Go somewhere else. Damn. I don't like you anymore. I don't like your attitude. And guess what? Guess what? You not liking me does not change that I am still in the ghetto. That some 19-year-old was killed a couple of weeks back over there. That some girl's body was found burned alive. That somebody was killed over there. That the whole area that I'm in is impoverished, right? It doesn't change my situation. It doesn't help me lose weight. It doesn't help me sleep better. It doesn't do anything. So instead of helping me, all you showed me was that the only person that you truly want to satisfy in this situation is you. Your help was for you. It wasn't for anybody else. It was for you. So shut the hell up. Get off my channel. I don't give a fuck. All right. And on that note, hold up. No, we got 15 more minutes. Then I'll take a break. It's a great time to join. It's always a great time to join. Okay, we getting somewhere. All right. So now the problem is that count is going to let me see. But we getting somewhere. So let me refresh this. So there's nothing in there, right? And when there's something in there, when there's nothing, it adds count. But when there's something, it adds two. Oh. Mm. Is count not starting at zero? Hold on. I have to take a break. 15 minutes. All right. Abdullah. Mm. Mm. You know, these UIs look beautiful, but there's so much going on. Like, who? Stop eating grass. This is a beautiful UI, but it's like I feel like it's a lot going on. I feel like the credit history should be up here. Like the score, the score should be up here, and then the chart should be up here. Because when I first log in, it would be nice to see that the lines, but I don't want to scroll down and see the lines. And what is this right here? I don't need this. It's all of this is just to look cute. I don't know about y'all, but when I see if I see dates and it has to do with time, if I see dates and it has to do with time, if I see data about time, I want to see the first thing I want to see is an overview. Unless I'm talking about the weather. Like if it's the weather, I want to know what's happening on a weekly basis. If we're talking about things that are due, things that are going to be paid, then I want to see that on a weekly. I'm okay with seeing weekly first. Weather is okay for seeing weekly things. Bills that are due is okay for seeing weekly things, maybe even bi-weekly. But payments on time, it just says Thursday. Why am I for what? So it's like these things are pretty, but I don't think they're usable. And it says UI UX for blend work. So a company actually used this? I hope not. The one thing that's really good here, number one, they don't need this color map. You can just give the color to the score, and then you push this to the left. Like you push this to the left, right? And then we put this right next to it. And then right here we put last updated next to the points that were raised. And this is okay. This right here is great. I don't need this. We don't need that. And if anything, this needs to be right here. Recent changes, bring that right here. Credit factors, moving can stay right there, but it needs to move where this is gonna be. So bam, 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 bam. I want to see it all right there. What's wrong with you? It looks cute though. Oh. All right, let's get back to it. All right, there we go. All right, finally. That only took, I mean, but it was worth it. That wasn't a lot of time. You know, usually when I spend a lot of time working on one particular thing, I feel like maybe I'm wasting my time. But in the end, I think all of it pays off anyway. It's just the reference and value types. the returns on mapping. And then the updating state. All right. So now what I want it to give me item count. All right. All right, it's working. All right. All right. Finally. So, all right. So now I just need to pass this to the nav bar. It was all worth it. So I need to import. No. Hold on, how did I do it over here? We import shopping. We didn't need shopping provider. We need use cart. Yeah. Okay. Understood. No, we don't need use cart. What do we need? I need the item count. Oh, that's okay. Okay. All right. And so now what I want is, so we got item count, and so let's refresh this. Let's take this out. Let's go back to product. Let's remove this. Let's remove this console log, because I have a bad habit of leaving console logs just everywhere. And then in the cart, we want, because usually, let me see. So if we go to UI elements examples, is there a website where it has like specific? I'll just go to Dribble. If anybody knows a specific website that I can go to that have like just straight up UI elements, let me know. Okay, so that's how they did that. But isn't it usually a bubble? It's usually a bubble. Yeah. Yeah. It's usually a bubble. All right. So I guess I'll have it. Hold on, let me see. So we have item count, and then we have the cart button. We got the shopping cart. Hold up. That still works. Is anything right there? No. Okay. All right. Understandable. Understandable. All right. So what I want, you know what? I'll put it in the top right. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Dev with Muse. Who is that? Oh, I forgot to start the timer. It's okay. Why don't we take another break? No. Do 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 do. You know what? I'm still on my break, but I was just thinking, streaming has made me a better person. Really has. It feels like the same boxes and squares over and over again. Is UI really changing, or is it just more boxes and stuff? It seems like the same things, just positioned differently each time. Doesn't really feel like there's any... Hmm. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of art to... Maybe they don't want art. Maybe they just want money. Ooh, this is nice. Hell yeah. I like this. It feels like a magazine. Can we have art and people make money? Ooh. Can we have both? Ooh. I didn't even think about that. Is there software that for the trucking industry? Trans virtual? It also has an app. Does Uber Eats have an API? Hmm. What? Why does that look like a butt? Beautiful, but hmm. I actually like the cards like this. Like a yeah, that's nice. The food for you. The food for you section is nice. I like that. Hmm. Less picture, more I want to put in options. This is, oh, a lot of this is UI, but not UX. Hold on, what is this? Oh, okay. Ooh, what's this? AI workflow. That's interesting. Try the Django? Not yet. I'm back. What's new? I'm on a break. Taking a break. Another break. We take breaks around here. Around these parts. Oh yeah, I did. I did. I should talk about that so that I can remember it. So it worked. It works. See? I'm gonna talk about that. Because the issue was I wrote down all the problems I was having. For example, reference versus value types. Because I was taking a state and that state had an array, and inside that array there were a list of items. And instead of creating a shallow copy of that, I was referencing it. Problematic, very problematic, very not how that's supposed to work. Um, Next, I had return issues on my maps, on my mappings. I was returning undefined sometimes. That's a problem. And updating, mutating state directly. I was doing that. This all stemmed. This all stemmed from. Uh, this all stemmed from me. Like, it's crazy because yesterday I was asking AI. I was like, "Hey, I'm having a problem with this," and it was like, "That's the least of your worries. You should worry about this." And I was like, "Oh." And then today I was like, "Listen, I need a way to update." No, what was it today? Yeah, today was just a cart issue. Code in Java. The core principle. The core principle to keep in mind is never mutate state directly. Always return new arrays and new objects. That was my problem. Not returning the right things. So now, hold up. Are we almost finished with this? I think this was the whole project. And now I just got to do subtotal, shipping, and tax. And then we're finished. So that was the context API practice. That's what we were doing today is context API practice. I was trying to teach myself that. So let's finish this project and move on with our lives. Okay, we need item total. Oh shit, good. Oh yeah, I'll probably stream again tonight. I'll probably stream again tonight. All right, I'll see you later, Roha. Have a good one. Oh no. Um, Let me think. There has to be a reason why this is happening. Oh, understood. Yay. It's fixed. We'll just say it's plus $7.30. All right. So in the cart, shopping cart. All right, Jason. Oops. Oops. Oh, why am I doing that? Shipping is just gonna be $7. I can make shipping 7 times the count. All right. Tax. Okay. I was like, what the hell? And then I guess we can do an actual thing. I gotta enter in another thing. But what was the... Okay, then we have another piece of this. So I'm just going to remove this. And then I'm gonna have another one leave. Oops. He didn't like that. Oh, I did this wrong. Uh, just enrolled in a programming course. What language is this? Java. This is JavaScript. Are those product cards you created reusable components? Yep. Hold on, where are we? Right here. Yep, right here. And now we're finished with this project. Everything that I wanted to do has been done. Per the prompt. Now we can move on to the next thing. Get Status. Oops. Oh, yes, they are reusable components. Okay, they're reusable components. I made this, right? Then I think in the shopping area should have a shopping products. We map over that and create these products. This is a component product. You see it takes a name, a description, a price, and an image. So I think uh I asked AI. Hold on, man. Where's my? Oh, I was like, man, I better have it here somewhere. All right. So now that we finished that project, thank God. And if some of you are just joining and you're wondering what the project was about, are you going to use what in back end? No, this was just practice, React practice. Bro, you go to school for programming or you've been learning on your own with tutorials and stuff? I've been learning on my own with tutorials and stuff. All right. So the whole point of this, let me show y'all what I did while we're doing this. Now, mind you, the big reason why we're doing this is because I have a big project, a CRUD application that I'm going to put on my portfolio. But before I do that, there's a lot of React things that I need to learn. All right. So I think somewhere in here, I said, now mind you, I don't use AI to code for me. Just want to make sure y'all know that. I use it to teach me. Okay. Nice, bro. This is very inspired for me, sub. Looking forward to see what you're going to do later down the line. You seem like a good dude. Big ups to you. Thank you. King Loud. Okay, so I realized that before I went into my big CRUD application that's going to have a back end and all that extracurricular stuff that people ask about, before I even get to that, there's a lot of React concepts that I need to learn, right? And so the first one on the list was the context API and custom hooks. So I asked it to give me a small project I can practice context API on, and it told me to create a mini shopping cart. It said to create a cart provider, a used cart. So the cart provider is this. I call it an observer because I don't know, to me it's like all the data, we're giving all the data to this one file or this one area of the program, and then it like everything is reading from it. So if yeah, because I didn't make this responsive. I didn't make this responsive, by the way. So I called it shopping info observer because that's what it felt like to be. AI wanted it to call it a provider because I guess there's a pattern in React called a provider pattern, but whatever. So the whole goal of this project was to practice the context API. So this was the whole point. So I created a context, which was a box, and then I created this shopping provider that at the very end returns this provider right here, cart info.provider. and it bundles up item list, item count, item total, increment item, decrement item. So increment item is on this button on each product. Well, decrement, increment, the item total, and then the item count is held here, and the item list is held here. No, it's the inner workings of my soul. So I created some functions that I could pass to other things that hook up to this. If that makes any sense. Created a state. So this is how we pass things around in React, I guess, in React land. Oh, I disconnected it. So let me go here and I'm gonna say, hey, I finished the mini shopping cart. What's next? Oh, I've never talked to AI. I've talked to Siri and the Alexa thing that's in the other room, which I'm pretty sure it just clicked on and is listening to me right now because I said the dang name. Right now in your shopping info observer, you have const item list, set item list, and then separate functions that update the increment item, decrement item. That works, but as your cart grows, you'll add more functions. Apply coupon, clear cart, update quantity directly. They all scatter, set item list, calls everywhere. Use reducer fixes that. The core idea: instead of calling set item list directly, you describe what happened and let one central function decide what to do. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this for when I come back because use reducer is next on the list. So if y'all are new here, sometimes I do 2 streams, and today might be a 2 stream day. I'm about to go do some yard work. So I want to thank y'all for joining. I would apologize for me ranting, but it seems like I rant every other video, so I will not apologize for that. I will see y'all later tonight. I'm gonna do some yard work, do some work around the house, and then I'm gonna let me check my LinkedIn real fast. Oh, all right. So that's finished. If y'all like the stream, please like and subscribe to your boy as I work through this journey. as I work through this journey, become a better person, become a better man, set boundaries, talk about mental health, talk about how we can destroy narcissists in their sleep, and talk about how we can overcome our inconsistencies and lack of discipline. We talk about all that here on the Chris and Co stream. I want to thank Roha for always coming in here, and Jason, and everybody else who came in and was doing great stuff. I haven't seen some people lately. Like, I haven't seen Nav, I haven't seen Fabs, and I have not seen Taylor. I have not seen, I saw Zero to Full Stack yesterday. There's a lot of people that pop in and pop out. So if y'all start streaming, just know that some people pop in and some people pop out. And it's just, I guess it's natural, whatever. Finally, so, okay. TypeScript is on the list, by the way. I know people are saying backend and TypeScript. Before I leave, backend is on the list to learn. It is on the list. Remember, I want to emphasize that full stack is full stack. The front and the back. Ow. Alright? So it's coming. We go from the front to the back, not the back to the front. Okay? The second one is a no-no. Alright. I will talk to y'all later tonight. Bye. Bye-bye.